Hi everyone, good afternoon and welcome to EduAdvisor's webinar series, part of the EduAdvisor's virtual education fair, where academicians and industry professionals will weigh in on a number of topics ranging from choosing an education pathway to jobs and careers. My name is Nina and I'll be your host for today, with an exciting lineup of speakers who will be weighing in on a variety of topics such as preparing for university through foundation program, save food, save lives, power of food technology, and what IR 4.0 career pathway should you choose? We have our first speaker for today. Today we have Ms. Vijay Nantini, Senior Lecturer at AIMST University, who will be sharing with us the preparation of university through the foundation program. So I'll just bring our first speaker into the stream. Hi, Ms. Vijaya.
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Nina.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Great.
I hope you've had your lunch already. You know, it's already 2 p.m. So yeah.
Done. How about you, Nina?
Yeah, I already had my lunch preparing for today. All right. So just a quick background about our esteemed speaker today. Ms. Vijay Nantini is a biology lecturer from School of Foundation Studies, and her research interests and expertise are in molecular biology, active immunity, cytogenetic map, and embryonic stem cell. Now, Ms. Vijay, if you anytime when you're ready, you can start preparing your slides. Just before we begin, just a quick note to our audience watching. If you have any questions for Ms. Vijaya, do leave a comment and we'll get them answered at the end of the session. Don't forget to check out AIMS University's virtual booth while you're at the fair. All right, so Vijay, is your slides ready?
Yeah, my slides are all ready. Nina, just give me a sec.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see your slides now. I'll be pulling into the stream right now, Ms. Vijaya.
Is it in
All
full screen,
right.
Nina?
Yeah. Okay. It's already in the stream. You may start presenting now, Ms. Vijaya.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I am a representative from AIMST University. I'm a senior lecturer and I'm teaching biology and foundation studies. So the talk today is going to be about foundation studies in particular, okay? So this is our university. So this is AIMST University. And first I would like to show you how the view looks like from above. So this is our campus, the main campus in Singapore. And this is everything that we have in AIMST University. It is not a small building and it is very huge where you have to walk from one building to another. So this is the main administrative building over here. And we have the medical building, dental, engineering, biotechnology, and a main library over here. Okay, so now let's start. So I believe that you all have got your results. So what is next? You have your SPM results with you, and which wheel are you going to choose? And most importantly, which institution? Pre-university or foundation? Is there any scholarships? So you might be confused right now because maybe you will feel like there are lots of choices, or maybe you can't think of a perfect choice. Okay, let me get this clear to you first. Okay, so what are foundation programs? Okay, what are foundation programs? Now, the foundation programs, it is designed to help students gain eligibility for the degree program of their choice while improving language skills and more. It is equivalent of a pre-university. Okay, so that means foundation program is the same as the matriculation, STPM, and A levels and other pre-university studies. Okay, if you are planning to pursue a bachelor's degree and have strong idea on the degree of your choice, it is best for you to identify which institution you are likely to enroll and study based on the track record, teaching excellence, and your budget, the recognitions, the facilities, and available scholarship. Please note all this point. Yeah, please note all this point before you look for your. You may have your ambition. You may want to become a doctor. You may want to become a biotechnologist. But then, first of all, you have to have the track record and then the teaching excellence. You must know how they are teaching and their budget, and your budget, of course. The recognitions, is it really recognized? The facilities, most importantly, it is very, very important now that we are all studying at home, right? You are really, really pampered, I believe. So if you are going to a university or any institution, the facilities are very important, and available scholarship. So this is very important. Now enroll into foundation program at the same institution. That means if they offer it, that means you have to do a foundation program in an institution where you can study your degree program as well. Okay, so that means right after you finish your foundation program in that particular institution, you have to continue straight with the degree program in that particular institution. That is the best way. Okay, now many students are at loss when it comes to choosing a suitable pre-university program. Well, I have many relatives have done some mistakes. I have many students actually. I've been in AIMST University for the past 12 years, and I've seen many different scenarios. So if you want me to tell you the truth, the students are at loss when it comes to choosing a suitable pre-university program. Some may decide on a program simply because the majority of their friends are enrolling in the same program. Provided now that you are not seeing your friends that much, maybe you want to be with your friends and you choose the program that they are choosing. Very, very wrong. Friends, you may get a new friends wherever you go, okay? Then there are those who end up with a particular program simply because they never knew that other types of program existed. Like for an example, foundation program itself, there are various type of foundation programs. There is foundation in business, foundation in science. Even the foundation in science got two types of foundation in science. One that is leading to the life sciences, the one that you have to do your MBBS, dentistry, pharmacy, biotechnology, and anything related to life sciences. And another type is the one that is related to engineering. That is also foundation in science. Okay, now, so advantage of pursuing foundation program. Why not STPM? Why not matriculation? Why not A-levels? Why is it foundation program? Now, you will study the subjects that are specific to the course you plan to take at degree level. That means if you are taking foundation in science, life sciences particularly, that will be the topics, the studies that is related to your MBBS. For an example, I'm a biology teacher. So when I am teaching my syllabus, okay, for the students, a foundation in science, biology subject, the subjects that you are studying here will be the basic or the first year course in MBBS. So we are actually preparing you for MBBS program. So this is only available in foundation program. STPM, matriculation, and other courses, other pre-university courses, they are as general as possible. Okay, so it is quicker. It is quicker than other pre-university programs like A-levels, which is for 18 months, and IB diploma for 24 months. Foundation program is only 12 months. 12 months, including your your semester breaks and your mid semester and everything. It is only for 12 months. So quicker means if you're studying it in a very short period of time, that means it's definitely going to be cheaper. And we also have 100% scholarship program. Okay, the assessment style is usually a combination of a coursework, continual assessment, and a final exam, but depends on the university as well. If for AIMST University, we have 30% of continuous assessment and 70% of your final exam. That means 30% will be your 30% is contributed by your continuous assessment. That means prior to your final examination, you might have the 30% with you, and 70% is your final exam. The one that you written exam is only 70%. Now, you enjoy special privileges such as the priority on selection process, for an example, MBBS, and early exposure to the degree program and faculties. If this is the most important thing that I mentioned to you just now, that you have to choose an institution where there is a feeder program. Feeder program means, for an example, in AIMST University, we have foundation in science leading to MBBS. That means we are feeding the student to MBBS program. So we are preparing you for the MBBS program, the first year for the MBBS itself in the same institution. So you have a special privilege. That means the priority will be given to you if you have obtained the results that is needed for you to enter into MBBS. You will be securing your seat first, rather than the outside students, those who have completed their other pre-university program. They have to wait in line until we fill in you first into our degree program. Then only the other remaining seats will be given to the outside students or external students who has maybe they have done extremely well in their matriculation or STPM, but still they need to wait in line for us to feed you to the MBBS program. Okay, priority will be given to the same institution students. Okay, now how to choose your foundation program? Now, first of all, study a foundation program at the university where you want to complete your undergraduate degree. What is the meaning of undergraduate degree? Your degree program. For example, if you want to do your MBBS, do your foundation program in the same institution, same university. Ensure that the foundation course you study is recognized by universities and also the government. Relevant if you study locally and go overseas after you finish. I have seen many students who have done their foundation program in different university, but unfortunately, it was not recognized. So when you are bringing your result, your foundation result from another institution and coming to AIMST University or other institution for you to enter into degree program, they will say that it is not recognized. If it is not recognized, you have to repeat your whole year of foundation or any other pre-university program for you to enter again into your degree program. So it is very, very important for you to make sure that it is recognized, okay, by the government and also by the universities all over Malaysia. Okay, make sure that the subject you select for your foundation is relevant for your chosen degree. We have two types of foundation, as I told you. Okay, foundation in science, leading to MBBS, dentistry, or the life sciences courses, and foundation in science again, but this one is leading to engineering. The course, the subjects are different for these two foundation in science, although both are foundation in sciences, but they have different courses. For an example, you no need to take biology if you are taking foundation in science leading to engineering. It will be replaced by another subject, IT, information technology studies. Okay, so the courses, the subjects that you study is very much relevant to your degree program. Okay, so check the timings of the courses, ensure there is sufficient time for admission process before you start your degree course. So we have a new fresh opening in June. Okay, June 25th, we have a fresh opening for the new intake. That means you have relevant time, enough time for you to prepare and for you to decide. And not only one, we have 3 intakes. Okay, we have 3 intakes, one in June, one in July, and one in August. Okay, so you have to prepare yourself mentally and also with all the things and your results, everything that is needed for you to enter into your foundation studies. And one more thing, you have to have the make sure that the university has sufficient facilities in campus to support the learning process. Unfortunately, we are in MCO. So what I did was that I brought the university to you. So I have included some images of my university, AIMST University, for you to view, just to take you a little tour around around the university. Okay, and you have to make sure that it has financial aids and scholarships. We do have financial aids and scholarship, provided that if you have obtained a very good results in SPM, even we are very proud of you, and we are going to give scholarship based on the A's that you have obtained, which I'm going to present to you in a while. These are the requirements, the entry requirements. If you have with you 5 B's at least in 3 science subjects and 1 additional maths or maths, either one of it, and another 1 more subjects, that means you have credit in BM and BI, that means the 5 B's in 3 science subjects. It can be science, biology, chemistry, physics, or in maths and all maths, you have a B, 5B, another 1 more, and another 1 more subjects. You must have credit in BM and BI. You are eligible to apply for MBBS, dentistry, and pharmacy. Okay, this is not a free or 100% scholarship program. No, it is not. But we do have scholarship for the top achiever. If you have studied very well for your STPM, we are gonna appreciate you by giving you this scholarship. Well, previously it was about 9A plus and above. We give you 300% scholarship, and 10 A's 60%, 5 A's to 9 A's we give you 50% of your tuition fees. But now this is the most recent one. Even if you have obtained 4 A's, you can get 40% off from the tuition fees. Okay, so the 4 A's is totally new. That is only open for your intake. This 2020 students, SPM 2020 students. Okay, now this is also foundation in science, but this is leading to the other courses such as the nursing science, physiotherapy, biotechnology, bioinformatics, biomedical science, Biomedical sciences is a new course that has opened past few years. Engineering, electric and electronic only, and dental technology, computer science, AI is also a new course that we have opened. Now, the entry requirement for these courses is that you must have at least 5 Cs in 2 science subjects. I hope this is very easy for you to obtain. You may have, and maths and admaths and 2 other subjects. Math and admaths is very important. Okay, so maths and admaths you have a 5C, and you have another 2 more subjects. Let's say biology and chemistry, you have a 5C, and you have passed in BM and BI. You can apply for this particular course, except for dental technology. Dental technology, it follows this entry requirement. Okay, but dental technology is 100% scholarship. Okay, scholarship on the tuition fees. Okay, on the tuition fees. Now, I just want to introduce to you some of the activities that was done by the previous batch students, my students. Well, we have the intake orientation. Well, now when looking at this kind of images, we might be looking, where is the physical distancing? Where is your mask? This one has been taken few years ago. Now the new norm makes us to think that this is not following the SOP. Well, I hope that the condition will be getting better soon, so that we can have the orientation with you face to face. Okay, but then this was the intake orientation. But your intake orientation for this June batch, the first intake, it's going to be handled online. Okay, we're going to handle online, but then once you're back in campus, there are lots of activities that you can take part in. This is the first one, the intake orientation, and during intake orientation, they also do practice for flash mob. Do you know what is flash mob? Well, they will be dancing, and lots of group of students will be joining in. Usually they will do this in cafe where there are a lot of people, and then they can just join and then dance. They would have practiced the steps before. But then it is a very fun activity that the students will carry out every year. Okay, and hiking, we have a small hill behind our campus, and they usually go for hiking in that particular area. It's a yearly activity for the students. Okay, and we also have T-shirt day. One day in a week, that means the Wednesday, they have a T-shirt day. They'll be designing their own T-shirt, and the winner will be getting some prizes. And there are classes, so the classes, they will be having a competition to design the best T-shirt. So this is also one of the fun activity that the students has carried out. We have AFSA Olympic, just like Olympic, but AFSA Olympic with many activities, swimming, badminton, then basketball, lots of activities, and just they are having fun in our swimming pool here. And this is our sports complex, indoor sport complex. This is outdoor. Prom night, yes, nothing can be missed, right? So prom night, these are some images from our prom night that will be, this is one of the major or one of the most important activity that the students will be carrying out on their own, actually. And this is a group photo of them in one of the hotel in SP. Scholarships. This is very important for you to look at a screenshot if you can. Okay, so this is the scholarship, the eligibility and criteria and requirement. There are 100% scholarship programs, scholarship on your tuition fees. Foundation in business is absolutely 100% scholarship with the minimum 5 Cs, including English in your SPM. And foundation in science leading to bachelor degree in engineering, nursing, and physiotherapy. Minimum 5 Cs, including 2 science subjects and mathematics in SPM for these particular courses. Okay, for these particular courses. But if you want to pursue MBBS, dentistry, or pharmacy, there is no 100% scholarship, except that if you are 9A plus and above. So there are only top achievers scholarship for these particular programs. For dental technology, it's 100% scholarship program, but the requirement is different from the other courses. Okay. Biomedical science is a new course. okay, that have been newly included, and also this 4As here. It's a very new program, 4As, okay, and you're eligible for the scholarship, 40% off. These are all the programs that is offered by AIMST University. We have a few faculties: Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Dentistry, and Faculty of Pharmacy, Applied Sciences, Business and Management, Faculty of Allied Health Profession, and we have the Faculty of Engineering. And I am here, School of Foundation Studies. We have Foundation in Science and Foundation in Business. Foundation in Science, there are two foundation in science, two types of foundation in science. One is the one leading to engineering program, and another one that is leading to the life sciences. Okay, these are all our global partners and universities. Every year for foundation in business, we will be receiving students from Kanagawa University from Japan. This particular university, Kanagawa University, around 20 students will be sent from Japan to our faculty, the foundation in business. So the students will be here learning our culture, and you will be getting to know them as well. Okay, so there are lots of international students as well. Let me take a tour around my campus, because we can't have tour like physically to the campus. So this is my campus at night. My campus is going to be our campus soon. So this is the administrative building at night. Okay, we were having a program, so you can see the tents over here. Okay, and this is during day. This is how it looks like, the administrative building. This is our School of General and Foundation Studies. The Foundation Studies office is in the administrative building. This is our library. So library at night. Okay, you can see all the lights on here. There are study area down here. This is the gym, the sport complex, the indoor stadium where you can play badminton in the evening, the running track. This is the exam hall. This is for just for a photo, I think, because you will not be this happy during your exams. So this is exam hall in the library building. We have one huge exam hall in the library building, and there is another exam hall in the basement in the administrative building. Okay, so this can accommodate about 250 students at one time. This is our great hall where the convocation will be. We'll be having our convocation in this great hall. This is one of the convocation. Well, this is your hostel. 4 students in one room. You have your own cupboard, your own study area, your bed, and you have a common area in your hostel. That means this room, you open this room, you have the 4 beds inside this room. This is a common area where you'll be sharing with your roommate. Okay, this is a hostel building. This is a cafeteria. Cafeteria, we have all a kind of food. We have Chinese food, we have goreng, all the fried noodles and everything, and also the Indian food. Everything you can get it in the cafe. Another image of the cafe. This is your lecture hall. I really hope that you all will be able to come to the lecture hall at one point of time. Due to this MCO, all the classes are handled through at home, okay, through online. But when the students are back, this is our lecture hall. Okay, this is our lecture hall. The class will be conducted here. This is the library at night. This building over here is dental building, and on my right here, this is the Faculty of Medicine.
All right. Okay, Ms. Jay, thank you so much for your presentation. I think we've come to the near end of our session. Let's just go over the Q&A session. All right. Can you see it, Ms. Jay?
Yeah, the questions here.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so I have a question here. where, hi, Miss Vijaya, do I need to come to from the science stream? Science stream to go into foundation in science? Yes, because there are a few subjects. This is going to be easy for you. There will be there are lots of questions, and I have seen many students that nowadays it is bilingual. In SPM, it is bilingual. The students are taking SPM in Bahasa. So when they come to foundation program, it's conducted fully in English. So they are having trouble in translating the words and trying to learn it in English because they have been learning in Bahasa for a very long time. So the students can cope up they can cope up with the change of the language. If they can actually cope up with the change of language, okay, so the students who have been in the science stream, they will be having the advantage of understanding the subjects better in foundation in science. Biology is the most important subject. If you are to take any course in foundation in science leading to MBBS, dentistry, pharmacy, then biology is a must. So you have to be from science stream in order for you to enter into foundation in science leading to the life sciences courses. Okay, but if you have not taken anything that is from the science stream, not biology, and then trying to enter into life sciences, no, it is not possible. Okay, it's not possible. But there is another course, foundation in science leading to engineering. So that means if you have dropped your biology in your SPM, but then you are trying to enter into foundation in science leading to engineering, then that will be possible because biology is not required for that particular foundation in science. If I were to know for this person, for these students, if you what course is the degree program that you want to pursue, maybe I can advise more on that. Okay, whether you have to come from the science stream or not.
All right.
Okay.
Ms. Vijaya, I'm sorry, but to add on that question, I do have one question for students who are in the art stream, but they're interested in pursuing the science field later for their, secure education. Is there a pathway for them to get into the science field if they're from the art stream in high school?
Okay. The difference in the top in the subjects that they have to choose is that it depends on the school actually, because the school might be offering certain subject, they might not be offering certain subjects.
Right.
So if the students are from the art stream, it is if they are to enter into foundation in science leading to the life sciences courses, the main requirement for you to enter into the life sciences courses is that for you to have biology. If you don't have biology, you are from the art stream, it is not, you did not meet the requirement for you to enter into the degree program. Foundation in science, okay, foundation in science, but then you will not be able to enter into the degree program.
I see.
Okay,
All
so
right. All right.
that's one thing that I would like to advise the students, because the students, they think that even the reason that I mentioned about the language just now is that the students, they might be thinking that they have done in Bahasa and then they got a little bit scared when it comes to foundation in science and other pre-university program which is conducted fully in English. My advice is that do not worry about that. That is easily understandable, and it is you can easily translate the words and understand in English. That one is okay. But when you're coming from art stream, but then going into a foundation in science, that is a different transition. Okay, that may land you in a big trouble and you will not be meeting any requirement. Okay, so it is best to be from the science stream to enter into the foundation in science.
I see. All right. Thank you, Ms. Vijaya. Okay, we can move on to the next question.
There is a foundation programs are uni specific, right? So if I decide foundation programs are uni specific, right? So if I decide to go to another university, is it still valid? This is what I mentioned just now, that it has to be recognized not only by the government, it has to be recognized by the universities and also the government, which means your foundation studies, let's say you have done foundation in AIMST. Let me talk for foundation in foundation studies in AIMST University. We are MQA recognized. We are MQA recognized and we are audited for about many years. They will come in between to check and audit our syllabus and our program, whether we are actually on track and following all the requirements by the government? Yes, we do. So with this, with the course that is recognized by the MQA and also the ministry, you can take foundation in science certificate to anywhere in Malaysia and also in the overseas for you to pursue your degree program. It is recognized. So you have to make sure of this first, okay? Where they have the certificate for MQA for you to pursue your foundation in that particular institution. If it is not, best not to, okay?
I
Because
see.
if you are doing that, that's gonna be like you have done a year of waste because you will not be able to go to the next step. Okay, maybe to fulfill yourself, maybe you have done your foundation, but then where are you going to go next when it's not recognized? Okay, so if you are doing foundation studies in a particular university, make sure that it is recognized by the ministry and also by the universities all over Malaysia, so that you can take the certificate to the other universities. You have to make sure of that first. But I can assure that foundation in science, foundation in business, and also foundation in science leading to engineering in AIMST University is fully recognized. And there are many students also, but they do not prefer to go out because we are having the feeder program. We have the courses in AIMST University itself, so they do not prefer to take the foundation studies certificate out of the AIMST University. They prefer to continue their studies in the same institution because they have already got used to the facilities and all the lecturers and the environment, to be specific, and very cheap, I would say, the tuition fees. And they just continue right on from the foundation until their degree program. But you have to make sure that it is recognized, then it is valid for you to take to the other universities.
All
All
right. Okay.
right. There is, can I go overseas with AIMST Foundation? Yes. Yes, it is equivalent to pre-university program. So if it is equivalent to pre-university program, it is equivalent to A levels, STPM, and other relevant the equivalent programs. Yes, and it is, as I told you, it is a recognized program.
Hmm. All
Okay,
right.
so
Okay. I think we have
there's
another
another one.
question here.
If I'm not sure what I want to do, if I'm not sure what I want to do for my degree, is it still advisable to go for foundation? Teresa, let me tell you, 50% of my students, they are not sure what degree program that they want to do, but they are in foundation program. So the first thing that I do in my class is that the first day I meet them in the first semester, when I go to the class, I would like to introduce myself, and I want the students to introduce themselves as well. So I'll be asking, what course do you want to pursue? Half of the class will not be sure what they want to do next. They say, Miss, I want to do foundation first. Okay, it's okay, take your time, because your interest, you will never know, you might be
Right.
changing your mind. There was one student who said that she wants to do computer engineering. We do not have computer engineering in AIMST University, but we do have a program that is in business faculty, where it is related to the systems and also some information systems and all that. So it interests her. Although she wanted to do computer engineering, she planned to do foundation in business in AIMST University, and she wanted to take that particular certificate and go elsewhere to do her computer engineering. But she changed her mind, and after she has done foundation in business, she pursued the course in faculty of business with the MIS, with the particular program that is related to the systems as well. So it is you will it's okay if you don't know, but you have to have a little bit of uh, clear information in your mind whether you want to go into life sciences. Very simple. Do you like biology or do you like physics? That is it. So if you like biology, you will be into these life sciences courses, and if you like physics, you'll be entering into these engineering courses. But if you don't like both, then foundation in business is the best choice for you.
I
Okay, so it's
see.
okay. You have to do your foundation, because without foundation, you cannot enter into any degree program. Okay, so
Right.
first do your foundation, then decide. You have 1 year to decide.
All right. I have a question on my own, Ms. Vijaya.
Yes,
I know that, yeah, now that, we're in this MCO, like students can't go to faculties to, be in the lecture hall. How does AIMS navigate your online classes? And what about classes that have to do with practical ones, like medicine, things like that? How does AIMS navigate around that?
well, for faculty of medicine, they
Mm-hmm.
have certain practical or clinical sessions that is very important for the students. It is being conducted with a strict SOP, but not with
Okay.
this MCO, but the full lockdown. No, but then they were called during the. We have been having a few restriction in movement, but there was a time where the students were called, the MBBS students, Faculty of Medicine students, to conduct the particular practical sessions. But for foundation in business, we have we are doing everything online. Even our lecture, our tutorial is conducted online. But for the practical session, we are trying to go as we are trying to provide the knowledge to the students. We are altering the practical session into something that is doable at home, so that they understand
Mm-hmm.
about the topic. For an example, let me tell you, for biology, that is what relevant to me, you see. So there is one topic on asexual reproduction in
Okay.
biology, one of the topic. So I advise the student, because in our syllabus there will be some of the how the onion grows on itself, how the ginger grows on itself. So I make it as an assignment, as a practical for the students, and I ask them to grow it at home. So they were observing how that one onion can grow into another onion by just being one organism. So all this is about knowledge. So we convert the practical that is conducted in the lab into something that is doable at home. Once the student is back in the campus, at one point of time, all our batch of students were in campus, but then due to MCO again, they were sent back. So they were some of them who do not have the facility at home. They are still in the campus, taken care very well, and they are in the hostel. But most of the students, they are already back to their hometown. So the students who are in the at home, they are conducting this particular experiment at home. But at one point of time, when they are back in campus, we do take them to the lab and give them the exposure of handling the apparatus, and also they need to feel the lab session as well. So we will be conducting one, although we have taken marks for everything. For the practical session, they have been assessed, but we still take them to the lab session and let them experience either one practical session, so that they will have the experience. That's it. So that is how we conduct the practical session. Other than that, lecture and tutorial is conducted perfectly and fine at home, from our home. So, and the students, they are all at home studying as well. The most difficult part is that to make them to switch on the webcam.
Yeah.
Early morning, 8 o'clock class, webcam will be off, but then they will be there. Teacher, I'm here. I say, on the webcam. No, teacher, you do not want to see my face.
All right.
As long as they are there and they are learning, that's what is important for us.
Yes. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Vijay, for your insights and perspective. I hope that the audience has gained some valuable information about your programs and scholarships, from this session. Just to wrap things up, just a quick one. Do you have any parting words of advice for students who are anxious about this next big step in their education journey?
My advice.
Yes.
Okay, I have if you have really concentrated on the slides just now, kids, I'm very sure you might be anxious with what to do next. Okay, so my advice to you is that your parents may have one interest as well. Okay, look into everything. Okay, and decide what is best that you can do. I have seen many students who actually have who got very good result in SPM, extremely well result. But then when they enter into foundation, they were not doing so well. I'm not really sure whether it is overconfident or it is because of what. And I have also seen students who did not obtain that well, not straight A's. They just meet the requirement to enter into foundation programs, but they have excelled with 4 flat. So what I'm trying to say to you is that SPM, what is done is done. The result in front of you, it is the result in front of you. So what is next is that no matter, you may have your regrets, you may have your happiness, you may have your relief, but turn everything into a pure determination to do extremely well in your pre-university program, foundation, STPM, matriculation, anything, because this is going to determine what you're going to be. That means you may have your ambition as doctor or what, but what is going to make you a doctor is this particular stage, the most important stage. So choose wisely, and don't disappoint yourself in future. Pick yourself up, okay, and do extremely well in your foundation in studies. If you do very well in foundation studies, you will have wide variety of courses to choose from. Okay, so the opportunity will be coming to you. Okay, so don't worry. All the best to you. Okay, and I hope to see you all in AIMST University.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Vijaya, for joining us your second session with us. It's a pleasure to have you on board with us. And if you're doing another VF, we'd love to have you back with us with our webinar session.
Thank you very much, Nina.
All right.
Thank
you so much,
everyone, for joining this session. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Thank you to our audience for tuning in to our webinar session with Ms. Vijaya of AIMST University. Up next, we'll have Dr. Siti Fatimah Ibrahim from University Kuala Lumpur, who will be sharing with us on the topic of food technology. Save food, save lives. Quality today, wealth tomorrow. Now, don't forget to check out AIMST University while you're at the virtual fair. In the meantime, let's take a look at what AIMST University has prepared for you.
Education is for improving the lives of others and for living your community and world better than you found it. And it was this catalyst that created AIMST University. Imbued with the vision of its founder, Yang Amat Berbahagia Tun S. Samivelo, AIMST University has grown to become a premier private university in Malaysia, providing quality and affordable higher education for all. At our exceptionally beautiful Garden University campus in Samoling, AIMST University remains our best learning and research facilities in the country. We are dedicated to providing the best healthcare, applied sciences, engineering, and business programs. Built at a cost of over 500 million ringgit, AIMST University is a jewel in the crown of MIED, ambitious, resplendent, and ergonomic in design. AIMST University has a good mixture of local and international students. A student complex, comfortable accommodation, a state-of-the-art library. A great hall, modern sports facilities which include an Olympic-sized swimming pool, are all part of this ambitious plan. We work closely with industry to produce degrees that are relevant and closely aligned to market demand. This is also made possible through partnerships with prestigious international universities and institutions the world over. AIMST University provides a rewarding and exciting student life. We offer a truly international experience. At AIMST University, we are fully committed to your holistic development. We bring excellent learning modes to fulfill your academic needs. Your first experience driving into AIMST campus will instill confidence on the security. The campus security team protects the well-being of people and the security of property around the clock through a variety of measures, both on and off campus. The Faculty of Medicine is the first and one of the most illustrious faculty. The Anatomy Laboratory and Clinical Skills Lab are designed to enhance the acquisition of clinical skills. The Faculty of Dentistry is not only elaborately set up and well equipped with modern facilities. There is also a dental hospital to complement professional dental education with clinical skills. The Faculty of Pharmacy offers up-to-date courses that cover a wide spectrum of pharmaceutical sciences. students at AIMST University are exposed to rapidly growing information revolution and are equipped with the latest laboratory facilities. The Faculty of Applied Sciences, the Faculty of Engineering and Computer Technology, the Faculty of Allied Health Professions, and the Faculty of Business and Management reinforces AIMST University's image as more than a medical university. We teach world-class values to empower our students to be a game changer in the society. In a world where people, knowledge, and ideas move freely without borders, AIMST University creates infinite possibilities for you to make the right educational choices, to open up a world of endless opportunities. Our degrees are internationally recognized and have been making an impact throughout Malaysia. AIMST University engages local and international educators for their outstanding and holistic approach in their teaching and learning. Through our world-class education, our students have progressed to be successful, competent graduates. We also empower our students by collaborating with leading industry partners to shape a progressive culture to enable our students to perform exceptionally well. We inspire, nurture, and transform capabilities of all who walk on our path. On the threshold of the second decade, AIMST University continues to strive and shape the future of the next generation. Join us today, your pathway towards global prestige. AIMST, educating tomorrow's leaders.
All right, so there you have it, a quick look into AIMST University. Now, while we wait for our next speaker, let me take you on a quick tour to our virtual education fair and see what awaits you. So let me just share my screen real quick and just take you to the main hall of our event. All right, can you see it? All right, okay, so now you can see this is the main hall of our VF, where you can see all the participating universities. You can just scroll to your right hand side here, or you can scroll to your left, just check out what pieces you wanna look into. Now you can click on any of these booths to check out the programs, scholarships, anything that they're offering. And if you're unsure what you want to do, if you're unsure what uni you want to get into, you can just click on this master list of programs and scholarships. Just check what's out there for you. And if you don't know what courses you want to take, if you don't know what's your true calling, we have free quizzes available here. Just personality tests you can just take. Now I want to take you to the key thing about our VFF. You can get a 500 rebate. Cash rebate when you enroll at any institution at the fair, only happening at our VF. Now, if you're unsure what you want to study, or if you have an idea in your mind, you just want to speak to someone, you can go onto our info desk, and you can just talk to any of our representatives, and they'll give you all the answers that you need. Now, while we wait for our next speaker to join in, let's just go on a quick break, and we will be right back after that. Welcome back everyone and good afternoon. Welcome to EduAdvisor's webinar series, part of the EduAdvisor Virtual Education Fair, where academicians and industry professionals will weigh in on a number of topics, ranging from choosing an education pathway to jobs and careers. My name is Nina, and today we have Dr. Siti Fatima Ibrahim, Head of Section in Food Engineering Technology at UniKL Mindset, who will be sharing with you on the topic of food technology. Save food, save lives. Quality today, wealth tomorrow. Now I'll just bring our speaker for today into the stream. Hi, doctor.
Hi, Nina.
How are you? How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. All right. So just a quick introduction about our speaker today. Dr. Siti Fatima Ibrahim is a senior lecturer and currently heading the Food Engineering Technology section at University Kuala Lumpur Malaysian Institute of Chemical and Bioengineering Technology. She received her PhD in Chemical and Process Engineering from University of Leeds in the UK. Her research interests include solid-state chemistry, crystallization of solid forms, pharmaceuticals, particles engineering in silico modeling for understanding mechanical properties of materials. She is passionate about materials' physiochemical properties at molecular levels and its influence on the observed micro properties. Wow, we have a tongue twister right there. All right.
Yeah,
So,
complex when you mention it,
yeah.
it's very
Yeah, exactly. All right, doctor, you can prepare your slides first. You can just get ready. And just a quick note to our audience, for those of you watching, if any questions for Dr. Fatima, do leave a comment and we'll get them answered at the end of the session. So don't forget to check out UC Kuala Lumpur's virtual booth while you're at the fair. All right,
nice.
doctor, anytime whenever you're ready, I'll just pull your slide into the stream and you can start presenting.
Okay, thank you, Nina. Thank you, everyone, for having me today, and thank you for being in this session. So, my name is Siti Fatima, and I'm from University Kuala Lumpur, UniKL. And for this session, I will be talking about safe food, safe life, quality today, and wealth tomorrow. Okay. So, this is an overview of my sharing for today. I will begin by defining what is food safety and food quality, and then why is it important to us, and how does it impact our lives actually. For that is for the first part, and for the second part, I will just briefly introduce you what UniKL can offer you, also introduce you a little bit on our UniKL Mindset Homegrown program. So before we jump into the sciences and food safety and quality, I will just introduce a little bit about UniKL, University Kuala Lumpur. So we are a government-linked university, GLU, and as you see in the emblem, we actually UniKL was established in on the 20th of August 2002, and we pledge to be entrepreneurial university, and we are a higher TVET university as well. And the unique thing about UniKL is we are in the same organization, but we are not under the same roof. So for UniKL, we have 12 campuses across Malaysia from north to south, and we also have campuses in centers as well. So for my campus and for each of these campuses, they actually have one specialization, or we call it as the faculty or schools. You can name it as that as well. So for my campus, we are in Malacca, so Malaysian Institute of Chemical and Bioengineering Technology, or the short form is MICT, MySet. All right. So I begin with my sharing session for today. So the first one I would like to ask, is your food safe? And how can you actually ensure the food that you consume is safe? So this is something that is very critical because we consume food and it actually impacts towards our health and well-being, right? So how can we actually make sure that what we put into our body is something that is safe? So that is where the food safety program comes in, because we want to have something that is safe for us to consume, that will not compromise our health and well-being. And for this there's a food safety program that what we call as, for example, if you can see on the packaging of food products, is GMP, HACCP, and on top of that, for Malaysia, we do have halal certification as well. So all of this actually plays a role when you see all of these logos on printed on your packaging of food product. You will feel a little bit confidence, and it might be one part of ensuring that the food that you will consume are safe. Okay, so I'll begin with what is food safety and what is food quality. And food safety is actually an act of or routine for preparing, for handling, and for storing the food in order to prevent foodborne illnesses. So remember, when we want to have safety, it relates to preventing foodborne illnesses to take place. So that's the aim of the food safety program. And what is food quality actually? So food quality relates to the attributes of the food product or the characteristic of the food product that is acceptable to consumers. For example, if we look into if we take example as a pedal pop ice cream, so it's like a rainbow color, but suddenly when you open the packet, you see that it's not in rainbow color, it's just red. So that is not acceptable for pedal pop ice cream, right? Because you know that for pedal pop ice cream, you are expecting it to have that rainbow color for your ice cream. So that is an example of attributes of quality of the food product that you expect. So that is for food quality. So it can be said that one part food safety is to ensure the consumer, one is to keep the consumer safe, and the other part is to keep the consumer happy, because you want to have this quality of food, you want to have that texture of muffin that you ate. All right, so for these two food safety programs, there are two main generally accepted food safety programs globally. That is Good Manufacturing Practice, GMP, as you can see in the diagram below, GMP, and also an extended version of it, which is HACCP, Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. So GMP built the foundation for this food safety program with 5 themes, or we call it as 5 Ps. This covers all the people or person, the food handlers that producing the food or handling the food, the product itself, the process, the procedures, and finally the premises. So for this food safety program, it covers and it elaborates the elements that needed for the food to be produced in the life cycle as safe and consumed. When we sell it in the market, it is safe to be consumed. So it covers all. So you can see it covers all of the area, from the people who handle it up to the premises which producing it. And for Malaysia, we have our Kementerian Kesihatan, KKM, or Ministry of Health, who oversees all of this. And there are also few other certification bodies. So I've just put some logo, for example, for this. This one is from MOH themselves for GMP. So if you apply for GMP certification from KKM, then you're going to get this logo printed on your packaging or product. And for HACCP, on the other hand, it builds upon the GMP theme just now. So for HACCP, it's actually looking into identifying the critical control points. So it is to avoid hazards to take place. These hazards include biological hazard, chemical hazard, physical hazards, and the latest edition is allergen hazard. So for example, hazards is like sometimes you buy kueh, right? The desserts are from street vendor, right? And this kueh, what you call the one that is wrapped with pandan leaf, and then they staple it. So that is an example of a potential physical hazard. So can you imagine if you have a very large production, food production, manufacturing, who produce about 1,000 of desserts daily? So how are they going to control all of these hazards? So they establish this HACCP or the safety program, so that they can have a standard operating procedures and they can control the movement of the production. So the bottom line is for us to produce a safe food for human consumption, and also free from hazards that may compromise the health of the consumer. So why is it important? So because this is based on I retrieved this information from the from the UN website for World Food Day article 2021. So about 600 million across globe people who are infected through foodborne illnesses. That's a huge number, 600 million. And from these 600 million, 40% of them are children, kids under the age of 5 years. So can you imagine, like, the small kids who are who have like food poisoning or maybe diarrhea, and sometimes these foodborne illnesses can lead to a very critical condition that led to death. So from this 40%, 125,000 of deaths were reported yearly for these kids under 5 years age. So can you see how important and how is it critical for us to have safe food being produced and being given to all the consumers, right? So and on top of that, 420,000 of deaths yearly were reported for the other classes of age. So this is why food safety is very, very crucial, and the access to have a good and safe food is very much needed. Okay, and this is what happens if you have an unsafe production of food. It may lead to foodborne illnesses from a small community, then it goes to outbreak, and you have food poisoning, diarrhea, acute poisoning, meningitis, and sometimes it can lead to multiple organ failure because if everyone can recall, previously there's the cases where this group of people ate a dessert, and it actually the eggs that been used to make that dessert were contaminated with salmonella, and what it does is it makes about 99 individuals affected by that condition, foodborne illnesses, and what happened, one of them died because of multiple organ failure. So that's how critical is food safety. So you need to have a food that is safe to consume so that you don't have to face and we can reduce all of this. So based on a report from the MOH, the numbers for food poisoning were sliding from 2019, whereby for 2020 there's only 200 cases were reported. Compared to 219, there were about 500 plus cases reported. So basically, we already have the awareness from time to time, but we still need to have that more awareness so that we can actually have a condition where there's minimal foodborne illnesses can be reported. Besides impacting the individual, unsafe food can also impact the manufacturer as well. For example, if you there were cases reported whereby the products that being produced were contaminated with bacteria, so the company needs to trace. Luckily, the company has a traceability program, so standard procedures, so they can trace back all the batches that involved with that contamination. So they need to recall all the products that are on the shelf, take it back, and then maybe produce recall note so that people won't consume it because it may lead to foodborne illness. So this recall costs thousands and billions of losses to the company, and also the most hard to recover is the reputation of the company itself, because once it is tarnished, it is a little bit hard for the company or the manufacturer to gain the trust of the consumer back. So that's why it is very important for the food to be produced at a very good quality as well as safe, because the effect of it, they may lose millions and billions of money. right? So do you know what's in your food? So now we already know that food safety is very important and the quality itself. So are we aware what's going in into our body? Yeah, so do you know what's in your food? So how do we know about the ingredients? So for us to know about the ingredients, we know usually I will tell my students we need to know what is our materials. We need to know the properties of it so that we can control how it will behave later on or how the properties of it will show later on after certain processes. So we want to know about ingredients, we look into its chemistry, we look into it, we do some study on microbiology, we have the processing and preservation because we want to make a safe food, and then we have a food sensory to test the quality of the food that we produce, and also we do some analysis so that we know, and we can come up with the nutrition facts at the back of your food packaging. So I will touch a little bit on this from the perspective of engineering technologists. So we do learn all of this stated subjects here. And you know, when we want to produce, just now I mentioned about we producing about 1,000 of products or maybe more than that per day. Then how are we going to make sure that every single one have the same quality, have the same attributes that we want? So that's why we have a food process engineering where we can design our equipment so that we have that particular properties that we want onto our product. And for example, for this one, you see we want to produce a frozen shepherd pie, we put it into a tunnel oven, and how long this tunnel oven would be so that the food is cooked enough so that it is safe to be consumed. So there, everything is going on behind the scene. So consumer only see when the product is ready, but what's going on behind the scene, they need to read on, and also because what's going on behind the scene, it's only the process engineer or process technology or food technology who's handling the food that knows about it. So, but then it's very important for us to at least understand the condition about food so that we know that, okay, this is enough, and then this is what's going on, and if there's a preservative being added in, why, and then what's the limit of preservatives that can be added into our product and stuff. So by having this, we can control all the parameters, also the energy consumption. And we mentioned about preservation. So we want the food to be safe and want it to be able to be consumed for a very in terms of a period of time. So there's a few ways of doing the food processing as well as maintaining the preservation. So for example, for freezing, or maybe for producing, we take example if you want to produce an ice cream. So if you want to produce ice cream Malaysia, that's a different ingredients you add in. And also there's a different way of freezing it. But if you want to produce soft ice cream, for example, the one that is being sold in Baskin Robbins or Häagen-Dazs, then you need an overrun ratio, whereby this overrun ratio is something that gives you the texture, the safety texture when you consume it. So this is all tied up to the quality of the food product being produced. So it needs understanding and knowledge, and it's a little bit fun because once you are in there and it's like opening a Pandora box, because food ingredients is complex, especially for those that is perishable. So it's if you want to produce it, you need to know which ingredients is suitable for which processes. Okay, and for this, we cannot take the concept of one should fit all. So we need to look into what is our ingredients, and then what is the chemistry of it, what is the properties of it, and then we can design what is the process that is suitable for that particular ingredient or food product that you want to have. So other than that, we have sterilization, we have pasteurization. This one you can see in your dairy product, they have pastured cheese or milk, and then pasteurization, UHT, ultra high temperature. And also, if you want to fry, there are a lot of method, is it vacuum frying, deep frying, normal frying, air frying. For each of these, they will produce a different quality of product. So for each, you need to understand how the process goes, and from there we can decide which ingredients or food materials or product that is suitable with that process. Okay, so once we do that, sometimes we have product development, innovation development, so that the quality of the product that we have can be continuously developed, because at one point the market would be saturated, right? So people expect to have something new, something different. And we can see this happen in our daily life. For example, for KFC, they always have a different flavor coming, and now KNW, they have this green chili. So they have this innovation so that it is not static or stagnant for their businesses as well. So for innovation development, we will look into the same thing. We're going to do analysis, food analysis, and then we understand the chemistry, and then we do testing for food sensory to see acceptance of consumer on our new product development. So when we do testing, I particularly take this example because I want to show you. If you look into Pringles crisp, the shape of the crisp is not flat. It's actually engineered to be in that particular shape so that it can maintain a certain attributes, which is the crispiness, and also the name of that shape, if it looks like a saddle-like shape of the crisp. Okay, and that is actually hyperbolic paraboloid, whereby if you have that, when they stack the crisp in the tube, it will not slide on top of each other. If you can imagine, you have a flat Pringle and you just keep on top of each other, it's very hard for them to do the large scale production. So we have this kind of design so that it makes it easier, and it is the operating of the production of that Pringle would be easier. Okay, and if you notice, if it break, the crisp will not break in symmetrically, it just breaks chips everywhere, and this is because of this type of shape. So when you know your ingredients for food, you can do and design, innovate anything, and you can control how you want the final product look like. So that's the reason we need to understand our ingredients and our product, because it will actually relate and feedback to the food safety as well as the quality of the product that you are producing, because you can control the product, the manufacturing of the product. So from there, we can see how if we produce a safe food, it will save a lot of lives, and if we have a quality being implemented, the quality that we want, it will give you wealth, because people will buy your product because that's what they expect to have. And it may take a while for us to establish this food safety and quality program in the production, but it is worthwhile to have food safety and quality, because if you have HACCP, you can export it to international market, then you have a bigger consumer and marketability. All right, so the importance of food safety, we have a food safety day, and it's actually on last Monday, 7th of June. So United Nations proclaimed 7th of June of each year will be World Food Safety Day. All right, and the theme for this year is actually safe food now for a healthy tomorrow. So it relates back to the well-being of individual and consumers. So this part and my first part, which is about the food safety and quality. And if you want to know more about food safety and quality, you can head on to the Ministry of Health webpage. They have a specific division for food safety and quality, food safety and quality division in Australia. They have all this food safety program, the regulations and stuff that you can go and have a look. All right. So I'll begin with my second part, but before I begin, I would like help from Nina to just play a very, very short brief introduction video for UniKL my side. It will be less than a minute. So please stay with Alright, so thank you, Nina. Okay, so that's briefly about UniKL and ICT mindset. So this is a little bit on our achievement for UniKL. So for this year, we managed to get to put our name on the map. So for QS ranking, we are ranked about 801,000, and in Malaysia, we are number 15, top 15, and then for THE, the Times Higher Education, we are on the 11th for Malaysia and ranked 401. So basically, for High Tivat University, we are really proud of this, and this is some achievement for us. So for UniKL mindset, we are, as I mentioned earlier, we are situated in Malacca. So in for this school or campus, we have a specialization which correlate to the chemical engineering. So we have process engineering technology, where deals with, for example, oleochemicals, petrochemicals, and all related with petroleum. We have bioprocess engineering technology, which relate to biological sciences, and also, for example, for forensic sciences, and they have this fermenter, all related to bioprocess engineering. And we do have polymer engineering technology. And for polymer engineering, they deal with plastic, rubber, advanced materials, and we have another one, environmental engineering technology. So this is somewhat like the field, which is sustainable energy. They deal with all the environmental related subjects. And we also have the pure chemical engineering. And we also, on top of that, we have one technical foundation. So in UniKL mindset, for all of this, we offer diploma program and also bachelor program for each of the specialization. So for food engineering technology as well, we have diploma and also bachelor degree. And there's one new member for our department, and I will speak about it a little bit later. And it's fresh from the oven, actually. Okay. So for UniKL, we focus on hands-on. So we have total of 36 laboratories. Remember, we are only one school here at Malacca. So it's one specialization or one faculty. So we have 36 laboratories. We have 2 workshops. We have one chemical pilot plant, and we have one dedicated good manufacturing practice pilot plant. And we also have one food manufacturing incubator in Kepong. And for the dedicated GMP pilot plant, for say, we have one food line for production. This is like mimicking the SME's factory, food factory, yeah. But the one in Kepong, they have 10 lines of food manufacturing. 10 lines of food manufacturing lines. Yeah, so we have like for frozen food, we have for croissant, we have for cookies, we have for sparkling. So all of this line, they have a complete equipment to produce that particular product. For example, sparkling juice. So we have the full line there, so that students can use it as what we term it as teaching factory. And this is the one that I mentioned earlier. This is our new member, fresh from the oven. So this one, because we realize the importance of the food safety and food quality. So we develop a new program specifically for food safety and quality technology so that we can fulfill the need and demand for that particular area. Okay, so this program would be for 3 years, and for this one, we adopt a new initiative, which is 2U1I. You're going to spend, the students will spend 2 years at university learning theories, and then 1 year, one final year at our partnering company. So for this program, we develop it with collaboration with QSR brands, and they help us and they are involved during the development of the curriculum. So it is structured and it's actually tailored to the industry needs. So what happened is during that 1 year, students will be evaluated and credit will be given, but it's not like a conventional final examination. They will be evaluated through their work-based learning. So it will be based on rubrics and what they did at the industry. On top of that, for this program, we actually embed a professional certificate, which is Halal Executive. So if it currently, you have to take it as an add-on certificate because you need to pay. And usually before COVID, if it's face-to-face, the cost of this certificate or training would goes up to 3,000 plus, 2,000 plus to 3,000. But now everything is embedded in this program, and it is covered by the fees as well, and also the food handler certification, because we at MySet, we are certified by JAKIM to train halal executives, as well as we are certified as school for food handling training. Okay, so the highlight for the courses for this program is food security, food safety, toxicology, and if the student want to be an entrepreneur, they have this technopreneurship, innovation management. It doesn't mean that you need to work with someone else. You can be an entrepreneur yourself, but you need that knowledge for you to fly. Okay, and we learn about supply chain management systems and other food safety legislation. And these are the requirements, the entry requirements. It's just SCPN, matriculation, science diploma. And the career prospect, you can be a food safety specialist, you can be halal executive, and this halal executive is not limited towards the manufacturing of food company, but you can go into hotel, because I have students who work in hotel as the halal executive. Okay, and also you can go into R&D as well. And these are the program. We have our foundation right now is open for registration, and our food diploma program. So if you have anything to ask, you just can text and WhatsApp the number on the top, or maybe you want to directly contact me for food programs, then you can go to our website, or you can go to our you can follow our IG or Food Club MySet. So we have all the details there, and also the details of academicians as well as the technical people who work for this department. So you can email me directly with it. So it's all right. And this is the field for food processing industry. You can go to confectionery, dairy products, snacks, beverages, spices and flavoring, packed foods, frozen foods. It's vast industry. It is very, very vast industry. And this is the employment statistics. So for this 2021, I picked it up from Department of Statistics. If you can see, for food processing, beverages, tobacco products, it is the highest with rate of vacancy, which is 5.2%, similar to petroleum, chemical, rubber, and plastic. So there's the demand for petroleum or chemicals industry, and it's part of the higher field that needs the your expertise. Yeah, so this field. So you can see on your right top, it's the employability study by KPT, and you can see we are at 95% employability rate for this, but if as a whole, remember for UniKL, nine of the campuses managed to get 90% and above for employability rate. So if we add all these 9 campuses or 12 campuses together, actually the rate for the sample size for UniKL is actually more than 3,000, and the rate of employability is more than 90%, 95%. Okay, and yeah, so producing safe food is our priority, and we are ready. So are you? So if you want to be ready like us, come and join us at UniKL. And this is, if you don't want to be on the floor doing all the processes, then you can be in the lab. You can be a R&D researcher. Okay, so this is our GMP pilot plant. We have our vacuum cooking vessel with a capacity of 40 liters. We have on the bottom bit, left-hand side, it's the cooking vessel that we have. It's 60-liter capacity. We have automated filling machine. We have metal detector. And we have our own retort with capacity of 50 kilograms. We have extruder. Extruder, you can produce your spaghetti, your pastas, and everything. So, and also, we have a 3D scanner and printer. So all of this is for the food processes life cycle. So we do have the whole full line, complete line, in our dedicated GMP pilot plant. So yeah, this is a key subject, and our happy students learning about food, yeah, because it's dear to our heart. So it's very, very interesting for us to know, oh, this is what I consume. So how does it happen like this? If you fry a curry puff, then why is it turn brown? What happened actually? So yeah, so we do have this key subject. We're going to learn about HACCP as well. And this list of professional certifications, which can actually add your skills for your CVs later on. So besides the formal education, we do have the soft skills. We did some CSR activities, and this particular activities is for planting trees at Botanical Garden Malacca. And besides planting trees, they do these activities with public, to engage with public. Yep. So this is another lab, which is the pre-GMP lab. And all of our lecture room are equipped with smart boards for ease of learning, teaching and learning. So at the bottom bit there is our workshop, our library, and we do have our dedicated training rooms where students can use. And because of we are higher TVET and technical university, we really emphasize on industrial engagement. So we do this frequently. So we have session with alumni, sharing session. We have industrial-based final year project. We have industrial-based projects. We have prominent speaker sharing session. And sometimes we invite the industrial people to be an assessor for projects, student projects as well. So this shows our like a symbiosis, right? We exist together so that we know that, okay, this is what the industry wants. So we don't teach the students, like without knowing what they want actually. So at the bottom there, you can see we have the teaching factory as well as industrial mentorship. And they also have the possibility to go for mobility, international mobility, for semester or 1 year. And also, there's people coming into us as well. So this is our international students where we have dinner with them, we have activities with them. I have students from Tanzania, from Maldives, from Indonesia. So this will give our students, the local students, some exposure about the international stuff. And also, we believe that learning should be fun. So we do have a lot of activities with students. We have a lot of society as well. We have for baseball, rugby. We also have a gymnasium just refurbished this year. So we have all this campus lifestyle for the students to enjoy themselves during their learning time. So we have cultural day, and we also have our Lantern Festival, color run, and also we are actively engaged with STEM education and STEM activities with secondary schools, primary schools, and other institutions as well. Yeah, and this is our, can I say it's like a homegrown activity, which is Camp ICA. So basically, this somewhat like falls under the STEM activities as well, whereby if you like to design and innovate something, you may be interested to join this competition, whereby you're going to build a car that can move without using using fuel or battery. So you need to use like a chemical reaction so that it can move for a certain distance. So yeah, it's always fun learning things. And yeah, that's it. So this is our mature team. They are always mature. So this is our marketing team. So if you have more, wanted to ask more, then you can contact them through this number. So thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor. I'll just remove your screen. All right. Can you hear me, Doctor?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now that we've already nearing the end of the session, let's just take a look and see what questions our audience have for us. Just look at your right hand side in the comment section. I have to scroll a little bit.
Right. Okay. So just go over it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's one question about, can I know what is the eligibility to be in this course?
Yes.
So, Bashira, so if you mean from a diploma, then you need to have at least credit in 3 subjects, one in maths, one in any sciences or technical subject, and one in any other subjects, and you need to pass in English. So that's for diploma program. And for this food safety quality program, so as I showed previously, so you need to have a SCPM because it's a degree level, so you need to have SCPM or maybe foundation, and diploma in related fields.
All right. Doctor, just a quick one. You sound perfectly fine, but somehow your video is stuck.
Is it stuck now? Can
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you mind just stop? Yeah. All right. Now it's okay. Yeah. Now it's good. Just I was a bit stuck for a bit. Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. Now I think we can move on to the second question.
Okay. So, do you really need strong science background to go into food tech? I would say not really.
Okay.
Because what we offer here, so you have to bear in mind that for UniKL, we emphasize on hands-on. So it's 60% hands-on and 40% theoretical. So basically, I have students previously who comes from, they don't have a science background, but they strive and they are surviving, and sometimes they got a dean's list as well. So for me, it's not about the background. It's just as long as you meet the requirements and fulfill the requirements to go into the program, and it's all a different thing, which is you just need to work, and because learning in the university would be slightly different compared to school, right? So you just need to work harder maybe, and you just do if you don't understand, you come to your lecturers and you have your study groups, and inshallah you will be fine.
All right. All right. Should we move on to the next question, Doctor?
So this is about GMO, food technology in GMO, but I'm not that expert with this, so because I'm more onto the engineering bit, so I would say I would let this be answered by an expert maybe.
All right. Okay, no worries. We can move on.
Yeah.
We can move on.
Yes, that's why.
All right. Want to scroll a little bit, Doctor? You got a lot of supportive messages in the comment section
All
here.
right. So, what's the best pathway to take before going into food technology? Diploma or foundation in science? I would say this for Teresa. It will depend on the result that you have. Because if how I can say this? So, if for diploma you have longer time, so it will depend on the results and your capability, I guess. So you know yourself. Can you take it for a year, or for you need more time so that you can spend more time and score in your results. So it will depend on the STM results, and also depends on you yourself. So you want more time or you want the fast track it. So yeah, because for foundation, our entry requirement is 5G, and at least you pass in maths and science. So yeah, so you can be either. So you can be, if you want
All
to
right.
do foundation, and if you are meeting the requirement, then yep, you can do
All
it.
right. All right. Okay. What's the answer to student's question?
Okay. There's one question about pursuing master level at UniKL mindset
Yes.
in food, right? So, so basically, currently, for master in, I mean, we don't have a specific master program for food technology, but we're going to have it next year, which is short course. So it will be food master in food processing innovation, inshallah. But at the moment, we have master in chemical engineering by research. So if you want to know more about this, you can contact me because you want to know more about the food subject, then you can contact me.
All right. Okay. Got it. I think
Alright.
also just a quick one, Doctor, for the student Siti Nor Shahira. If you have any questions about this, you can also head to UniKL's booth at our virtual fair. Speak
Yes.
to any representative, any questions you have, and they'll have the answers for you.
Yep, that's true.
All right.
Alright, so we have a, oh, this is about like fun food. Uh, Says here, is it true that frying food with air fryer is much healthier and safer than frying with oil? So, uh, I believe if you are, I mean, if you are on a strict diet, yes, it is, because when you use air fryer, you don't have you
The oil.
eliminate the oil. Yeah, the oil is like. But then, if you want to have a certain quality of your food product, you may opt to have a frying approaches, right? So I mean, in oil frying, but then you can design it to be like vacuum frying maybe,
Mm.
or a deep fry, and then you control the time so that it will not be long in the deep fry. So everything is actually you can learn and control it and design your process.
All right. I have a question too on top of this air frying question. I feel like recently, when the lockdown happened, a lot of people are going online and buying all this, gadgets, all this food
Yes,
appliances,
yes.
and air fryer was one of
Everyone
it. It's
is
very, very
a chef
famous.
now.
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. But there's also stories going around that air frying, like they are guidelines to it. Like if you cook it for too long, unlike all frying, you can cook it whenever you want.
Yes.
But unlike air frying, if you cook it for too long, it could sort of create these harmful chemicals from the food
That's
itself. Like,
true.
what's your take on that thing? Like, so are air fryers like healthy? In that sense.
Yeah, so that's why it's in everything you do. If you do it too much or extra, then it may lead to a harmful effect, right? So there's always the moderation towards everything you do. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's my take. So you have to do it in moderate, and you need to follow, because as I mentioned previously, different food they have a different limit.
Yes.
So if you do it beyond that limit, then you're going to lose all the nutrition, and maybe you already turn it into something else. Because food is like a complex material, so we don't know what's going on in it. So you
Right.
make it, yeah. So if you do it further, then there's a different chemical reaction happening, and it may lead to a toxicity or something that is harmful.
I
Yes.
see. All right. All right. All right. Got it. I got it. We're gonna take on a
So
few more questions. I think there are a few more questions here.
Yeah, this one is, I already take diploma in food technology. If I decide to pursue in bachelor in food safety, how much credit hours that I can say, okay, diploma 2, bachelor. Alright, so Fadlin Sakina. So if you already taken the food technology subject, I would say about credit transfer, it is case to case basis, so I need to look at your transcript because we need to do the analysis for the credit transfer because certain subject, they can be transferred even in the same credit hours or higher. So we need to look into, so if you want to know more, you can contact me and then we can do the comparison about the credit transfer. But at the time, yeah, so if you know more about credit transfer specifically for your program, then please contact me and I will do your credit transfer and you know the potential of credit transfer that you can get.
All right. Okay. I think Fadlin second has another question. I'm just gonna click on it.
Food still eligible. Okay. All right. So yes, it's still eligible. So we still have the Bachelor in Chemical Engineering Food, and this is an additional course in food section. So we have a new course for food safety and quality. So we have 2 bachelor courses for food engineering section.
All right.
Yeah,
I have a question just separately. It's in regards to your the halal executive, the halal program. Let me just see my question because I typed it down somewhere because I was very curious about this. You mentioned something about food safety and the halal certification. How does the process go? Like, is there a different guideline with checking food safety for halal food and regular food? Because it seems like there's like a separate I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So halal certification is a different program, and the food safety program is different. So GMP is a different. They have a different element that they check. But if you have a halal food, then you can on top of the GMP program, you can apply for halal certification as well. So that's 2 certifications. So it's 2 separate things. So one is from the certification body would be JAKIM, only JAKIM for Malaysia. And for the certification body for GMP, HACCP, you can have CRIM, you can have KKM, and there's a few other certification body as well.
All right. Is there a certain requirement that you need in order to be able to be eligible for the halal certificate?
It needs to be, the food needs to be halal and tayyiban, and also the process needs to be halal. So they will go through to the supplier of your raw ingredients. So they will check, if the process is halal, safe and halal. Yeah. So it goes all throughout the life cycle of that process. I mean the food production.
All right. Okay.
Halal along the way.
Okay, yeah. So now I think I sort of understand the process of it. Because I'm also confused whenever there's like a food safety and there's like a halal food safety. So I'm like, oh, what's the difference? You know? Yeah. All right.
So that's why sometimes you can see on the packaging you have halal and sometimes you have the HACCP.
Exactly. Yes.
And sometimes you only have the food safety but you don't have the halal.
Right. All right. I think we've reached the end of our session, Doctor. But just a quick one, just to wrap the session. Do you have any parting words of advice for students who are interested in pursuing food science and technology, just food engineering? Do you have any advice for STM leavers who are interested?
For those for the STM leavers, first of all, congratulations again. So don't worry, this is just a starting point. So if you are successful, then you need to pick the. I mean, you can choose from an option. But if you don't, you are not that. I mean, you are unsuccessful. So treat it as the point where you redeem yourself, redemption, right? So food courses and in especially in UniKL mindset, it's actually really fun because you don't have to worry much about, because we focus on hands-on, right? So 60%. So as long as you submit your assignments and you do all your projects, and you're going to be fine. So, and also for food, it's something that you eat and consume day to day. It's something that is very close to you. So it is much easier for you to grasp the idea of what's going on. So if you fry a curry puff that I mentioned previously, so it turns brown, and then it will be explained by the scientific explanation behind it. And then you will say, this is what happened actually. So, what can I do to actually prevent it to be the browning process much further? Then you know what the steps behind it. So, I believe it is a very, very fun course. And if you join us, you can have an opportunity to use to get the real experience of using a a pilot scale equipment that we have.
All right.
To join us.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that message, doctor, and
All
for
right.
insights and perspective. We hope that our audience has gained some valuable information from this session, all the Q&A sessions.
Hopefully.
Yes. And if we were to ever have another VF, doctor, it'll be a pleasure to have you on board with us again, because I feel like I've learned a lot about food technology in this past 1 hour itself.
Hopefully, I can treat people to come to UniKL mindset and join us.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Fatima.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Have a good day to you too.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to our webinar session with Dr. Siti Fatima of UniVersity Kuala Lumpur. Up next, we'll have Ms. Chesley American from UNIMY, who will be sharing with you everything there is to know about the RR 4.0 careers and which one should you follow. Now, don't forget to check out UniKL virtual booth while you're at the virtual fair. In the meantime, let's take a look and see what UniKL has prepared for you. All right, for those of you who've just joined us, good evening and welcome to EduAdvisor's webinar series, part of the EduAdvisor Virtual Education Fair, where academicians and industry professionals will weigh in on a number of topics, ranging from choosing an education pathway to jobs and careers. My name is Dina, I'm your host for today, and we have Ms. Chesley American, Head of Marketing Communications at UNIMY, who will be sharing with you on what IR 4.0 career pathway you should choose. Now, we have Miss Shazni in the stream. I'll just pull her right up. Hi, Miss Shazni.
Hi, how are you? Can you
How
hear
are
me?
you? Yes, I can. Very loud and clear. All right. How are you doing? How are you doing, Miss Shazni?
Good today, good.
All right. Okay. Just a quick introduction about our esteemed speakers today for our audience watching. Ms. Shazni American is UNIMY Head of Marketing Communications and the recipient of the Women's Icon 2019 and Celebrating Inspirational Women 2019 Award. She was also the founder and CEO of a tech startup, Check It Out Worldwide, a company dedicated to building smarter home products and services for future lifestyles. She has over 20 years of experience in technology development, retail management, branding strategic communications, marketing and advertising, and has headed brand and marketing department in Fortune 500 companies such as Petronas and Habib Jules. She also trains business professionals through the Back for Life program at BAC, taught 2 cohorts at the Starting Up and Startup course at IACC College, and was a panel speaker at the Women in Leadership Summit 2018 and Women Empowerment in Industry 4.0 talk. Her company, Check It Out Worldwide, was selected to be featured in the 2018 Entrepreneur Elevator Pitch, was one of the top 100 companies in the 2018 AmBank Biz Race, was part of the 2018 Female Founders Magic Free Accelerator Program, and Women at Google Texas Startup Weekend. Wow, Mr. Sesni, that's quite an accolade you have there. It's an honor to have you on board with us and sharing a bit about
Thank you for inviting me for this session.
Of course. All right. Just before we begin, while Miss Shazi prepares her slides and her presentations for the day, to our live audience watching, if you have any questions for Miss Shazni, do leave a comment and we'll get them answered at the end of the session. So don't forget to check out UNIMY's virtual booth while you're at the fair. All right, Miss Shazni, whenever you're ready, whenever your slides are up, I can just pull it into the stream.
Okay, hold on, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so how's everybody doing today? I think right now, I think you've had like quite a lot of sessions since earlier, right? What time do you guys start today?
We're set at 2 o'clock, actually.
At 2 o'clock. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's not too bad. So it's 2 hours of I guess activities for them
Yeah.
to learn more about the university. So I don't know if you can see my screen right now.
All right, I can see
Can you
it.
see?
If you just,
Yeah.
yeah, if you just put it to the side, because everything was pretty blank right now on my end.
Okay, let me see if I can. Hold on, yeah. Can you see anything in my screen right now? Yeah.
Yes. No, yeah, it was moving between the mood board and the StreamYard.
Okay, all right. So
Right.
later what I'll do is I will but if I share this, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see like now, but yes, I can. But it's on. I would not want to like put it up because it's basically where our streaming is.
How about this?
Everything seems kind of blank.
Okay, all right, never mind. I'll do that first. I'll do the Miro bot first, then that way they can. Okay, so go ahead and share my screen.
All right, okay, I'll share your screen now. Miss Shazi, do you want me to play the videos first?
Yeah, go ahead and play UNIMY videos. Yeah.
All right, I will do.
표가 몇 시라고?
2시 1분 남았어.
대표님 펑션키 다 캤어요. 그만 눌러요.
이번에 뽑히면 최종 심사에 올라가죠.
마음 딱 비워요.
난 입찰까지
왜? 됐어요?
됐어요?
설마.
collaborating with its parent company, Cyberdynamic Holdings Berhad, and the Virtual Park to provide internships and job opportunities to our graduates.
All right, Ms. Shazin. I can see a slide here. You can just put it to full screen, and then I will just blast it. All right.
Okay, hold on. It's going
Yes.
to full screen. Yeah. Can you see that?
Yes, I can. All right, Ms. Shazin, you may take the stage.
Okay, hi everyone. I hope you're all doing good today. So thank you for joining me at the UNIMY Follow Your Dreams session. So basically what we're going to talk about is what IR 4.0 career pathway should basically you guys choose. I mean, I think most of you are either students or parents of students that are looking to come into university. And basically now after you get your SPM results, you probably are going to ask yourself, okay, so now I've got my results. So what do I do now? So basically what I'm trying to go through today for this session is to kind of work out what kind of career pathway do you want to choose, and basically what is your dream. All right, so I'll take you through some information about IR 4.0. So those who don't know what IR 4.0 is, at least you can have some idea what it is. So this is what Nelson Mandela said. Nelson Mandela said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And it's true, because basically with knowledge, you can actually take that knowledge and innovate something or invent something. So basically, once you go through an education, so for example, you've been going through your from standard 1 to form 5 or form 6, you've been basically upskilling yourself, and now you're at the point where you need to either go into university or you decide to open up your own company. So depending on what your dream is, basically then that's what the step that you can take. And with education, you can do a lot more things because you're already upskilled to the different jobs that are out there. So basically, this is some stuff that I'll be going through. So if you have any questions while I'm going through that, just please put it into the comment section, or where you are at YouTube or Facebook. So you're gonna ask me a question. And basically, I'm gonna see basically with IR 4.0, how can we be future ready? So there's a video here from the World Economic Forum, but let me see if basically you can hear the volume. So hold on, let me just try play it. Can you hear the volume? Sorry, I just want to check that whether you can hear the volume.
Not quite, Miss Shazni.
Not quite. Let me just.
Yeah.
Let me hold on. Hold on. Just let me try to reshare my screen. Sorry.
No worries.
Sorry about that. Share audio. Sorry about that technical issue. So let me try pulling it further up. Okay, I'm gonna reshare my. Can you see my screen though?
Yes, I can. Can you put it on full screen and
Full
then
screen?
I'll put it.
Okay. All right.
Right. All right. Now it's in the screen.
Okay. Let me know if you don't hear the volume.
Yes, I can.
We are wondering what is happening to the world. Everything is changing.
The very idea of human being some sort of natural concept is really going to change.
Our bodies will be so high-tech, we won't be able to really distinguish between what's natural and what's artificial.
Inside our own heads is the most complex arrangement of matter in the known universe.
You might ask yourself, can we get to be superhumans?
The original Industrial Revolution was driven by the discovery that you could use steam engines to do all kinds of interesting things.
But that was followed by additional revolutions for electricity and computers and communications technology. We're now in the early stages of the fourth industrial revolution, which is bringing together digital, physical, and biological systems.
One of the features of this fourth industrial revolution is that it doesn't change what we are doing, but it changes us.
With the ability to visualize brain activity, for example, through a simple consumer-based EEG device, it gives us access to ourselves in ways that we've never before thought possible. It unlocks the black box that is the brain and enables us to really, truly be able to realize an identity that is aspirational.
There's now a scientific foundation for the effects of mindfulness on the brain, on the genome, on biological aging. And when the human mind does know itself, then you get the potential for a new renaissance that restructures itself in terms of our relationship to life, our relationship to the planet, our relationship to work.
We need a different economic model. By that, I don't mean capitalism versus communism. What I'm talking about is a shift in the system along the lines of the two big changes that happened in the 20th century, Keynesianism, with a much greater focus on health and education and the role of government working with business, and then a reaction against that in late century to neoliberalism, where the focus was on free markets, freedom of the individual, and getting governments out of the way. We need a shift to a new system that will allow us to meet the basic needs of every human on the planet, that will live within planetary means, that will be fairer, and that will be focused as its key goal, not on growth per se, but on maximizing human well-being. And history tells us that a value shift is triggered by creation of a new story about how we want to live.
I see the circular economy as something which fits very closely with mankind's goal to be innovative and creative and to always progress. We can use asset tracking, we can use IT, we can use 3D printing to enable this different economic model to recover materials, feed them back into the economy, and really to decouple growth from the resource constraints we have.
The reason we live in cities is not different today than it was 10,000 years ago. Even if we have got networks connecting us, we still want to have places where we meet in person. So this means the place where we work and the place where we live are much closer to each other, a city where we don't need to have big supply chains in order to produce things, where many things can be sourced locally thanks to 3D printing and robotics. So if we're able to do something to transform cities, to make them more efficient, then the impact can be huge.
Think about the prospect of getting rid of plastics. We must not only be inspired or
We are wondering.
Okay, so basically, that video is a long video, so I'm just gonna shorten it, and you can watch it again in YouTube. You can just YouTube IR 4.0 on the World Economic Forum. So basically, with IR 4.0, the IR 1.0 was in the 18th century, and basically the enablers are steam power and water power, and basically the characteristics is mechanization. And then in the 19th century we had IR 2.0, which is basically looking at electricity and assembly line and mass production. Then in the 1970s we transformed to IR 3.0, where the enablers are IT and technology, and the characteristics of that is automation. And today, where we are today at IR 4.0, we're looking at cyber physical systems, and we're looking at digitalization. So UNIMY this year has come up with a campaign on creating a digital nation. So basically what we're trying to do is basically we want to upskill all our graduates to be a digital nation. So, and this is some of the reasons why we're going to go into digitalization. So hold on. Let me see if I can go to the next slide. Okay. So basically, this is the top 10 reasons why students after they graduate from Form 5 look at wanting to study some IT-based careers. So one of it is competitive salaries. So based on the findings, if you're looking at IT jobs, they are known for higher than average starting salaries. So like even for our UNIMY graduates, some of them even come out of university and earn up to 7,470 per month. And it can range from 3,000 to 8,000 depending on the career that you choose. And the job opportunities, there are about 540,000 jobs available. So there's so many job opportunities available right now for that IT career. So you don't have to worry whether you can get the job or not. And in terms of career stability, basically they're all in demand. Okay. And you can work from anywhere because you can, as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can work in IT. So especially now during the pandemic, a lot of IT career jobs are working from home because basically all they need to do is have their computer and Wi-Fi. Next is basically tech can actually change the world for good. And IT students make technology work. So it's about 42% of IT pros saying that they find meaning in their job because they can change the world. And then you have lifelong learning. And then even if you you basically don't have a degree. Sometimes you can just go and do a coding class, and you also be the go-to person, and there's no dull moment. So basically, we are looking at why it is important to go into an IT career, not only to go into an IR 4.0 type of career, but also you can actually go into any industry, because any company will have an IT department. So they would need someone who's good at IT. All right. So according to studies, as I said, about 185,000 jobs will be introduced in the digital industry by the year 2020. And this can be spread out into fintech, creative, e-commerce, IoT, big data analytics, AI, robotics. So basically, there's quite a lot of jobs available. And that's the salary that you can earn. So that's 7,620. So basically, you earn about 91,500 yearly, and it can range, depending on what your salary. The lowest average is 1,110, and goes to up to 12,100 ringgit. So that includes housing, transport, and other benefits. So as you can see, it's a very lucrative career. So UNIMY is Malaysia's first ICT-focused digital technology university, and we're driven by a shared purpose, is to create a better future through technology, education, research, and innovation. So we were founded to upskill and foster ICT graduates with a global mindset, and we're ready to face the IR 4.0 challenges. We have strength in our industry partnerships. As you can see, we have KPMG, LGMS, Dell, who are our industry partners. And when you come and work and study in UNIMY, you will get industry in the classroom, where our partners will come and actually just talk to you about certain key topics in IT or tech that is relevant for you to get information on. You can also work on a capstone project with them side by side through industrial attachments and job trainings, or you can even get a mentor from there, where they can, and we do have this WIN, World Industrial Network workshop, where we will get the cream of the crop of UNIMY's final year students that will get that training from our internal and also industry partners. So that's a very great opportunity. So this is a little bit about UNIMY. And basically what it is, our key facts is that, we have 100% graduate employability. We have 8 focus areas. We have 13 programs, 20% higher starting salary, and 95% teaching excellence. These are our key focus areas. So we have Internet of Everything, AI, intelligent machine, cybersecurity, human-machine interaction, business technology, coding, development, operation, mixed reality, and cloud computing. So basically, these are the milestones. So right now we are in our Cyberjaya campus. So if you want to pay a visit to UNIMY, you can always call us or visit our website and make an appointment. And basically, this is the IR 4.0 career pathway that you can look at. So basically, once you get your SPM results, for example, you will come in here and you have an option to do a foundation in computing and engineering, or you can go straight into our diploma program. And then after foundation, you can go into our degree program. So the diploma programs that's available, we have diploma in information technology, diploma in information technology, cybersecurity, interactive and digital media, information systems or business computing, and also a diploma in computer science or game development. Of course, game development, cybersecurity, and our business technology courses are the most popular courses. So if you want to have more information, you can always talk to our academics. And then in our degree program, we have Bachelor of Computer Science with honors, we have Bachelor of Software Engineering with honors, and we have Bachelor of Engineering, Computer Engineering, or Bachelor of Business Administration, MIS. And what this degree can do is actually put you into different areas of IT which looks at Internet of Things, AI, cybersecurity, business computing, and fintech. And once you're done with your degree, then you can also go into our postgraduate courses like Master in Computing, Master of Science in Computer Science, or Doctors of Philosophy in Computing. So basically, I mean, look at the 9 occupations below here. A web developer, computer systems analyst, information security analyst, computer network architect, database administrator. These are all career options that you can choose from. Of course, there are more than these 9, but these are the 9 top occupations for our graduates. So these are our academic programs, as I mentioned earlier, and you can get more information from our website. And this is what we're known for, and what most of our alumni said was that it was so easy for them to get a job is because we had trained them and given them the opportunity to be better than their peers. So one of the main things is that we make sure that they're knowledgeable, that they are problem solvers and value creators, resilient learners, cross-culturally competent, personally and socially responsible, thinkers and inquirers, balanced communicators and collaborators. So we basically make sure the experience that you have at UNIMY is it's a value add. You not only get the degree program, but we make sure that you are so ready for the job market that there'll be no doubt that you get any job, because we want to be known to be like the best IT university for anyone who wants to go into ICT. So it's a very experiential learning, deep industry engagement, and very inspiring academicians. So this is part of the graduate program journey. So like year 1, you would be having field trips, talks, small industry projects, career week, resume clinic, and portfolio development. And we also have some industry judges. So again, we would have different and then towards the end of the year, of the final year, you'll get mentorship program and student placement. And also that's when you do your final year project. So basically what we're trying to do is expose you to the tech industry very early on. And that's through our industry advisory board with real-time projects, workshops, competitions. We groom you to go into the pitching sessions. And we also have activities throughout the year where we have trailblazing talks, leadership series, coding competition, hackathons, and also professional certifications. So these are some pictures of our activities that we have for our students. So this is our trailblazing. So basically we get speakers from the industry to talk about their different companies, and most of them are CEOs or head of IT. And then we also have, so we've had many trailblazing events. And then we also have a technopreneurship ecosystem. Basically, we want you to be able to be technopreneurs, be your own CEO, be able to come out of university from your bachelor degree and then decide to go into your own company. So basically how we do that is we put you through an accelerator program or a pitching session, or basically expose you to that tech ecosystem. So these are some of the contestants in the Disrupt IT Challenge that from UNIMY. So and also with all the universities that were competing. And then we also have a social impact. We align with the United Nations SDGs, and we make sure that you can also come up with a social impact business that allows you to come up with sustainable solutions. We also have leadership development, developing leader in you, design thinking, career literacy, financial literacy, and emotional intelligence, so that you can become an effective team player. So these are all the other like FYB showcase. So, and this is where we're located in Cyberjaya. So come and visit us. You can follow us on UNIMY official, or you can even come by our campus at Block 12, Star Central, Lingkaran, Cyber Point Timur, Sabjaya, or you can visit our website at unimy.edu.my, or email us at inquiry@unimy.edu.my. So I hope that will give you a gist of what IR 4.0 careers are. So basically, now is the interactive session. So even if you are in the Facebook or YouTube, even if you're at the Facebook and YouTube live session, I want you to go into the link. So in a bit, I will unshare this screen so that you can see that you can go into this Miro app. So what I want you to go do is go into the Miro app and access this page. Basically, what the question is share me your dream. Where is your dream? What is your dream career? And this is like a dream board. So basically, I want you to put in what your dream is. So you can actually pull pictures. You can pull basically put in any of your ideas. So you can take one idea, or you can have even two different dreams. So maybe let's say I dream to become like Steve Jobs, or maybe your dream is to work for Google. So put up your ideas here. So I hope you guys so they've dropped the link into the comment section. So what I want you to do is go into this shared board using our cloud, Dream Cloud. So this is what you call a UNIMY Dream Cloud. So basically, let us know what your dreams are. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes and you can have many dreams. Maybe just put in as many dreams. Then this wall is actually very big. You can actually stretch it all the way left, right, up, down. So, but for now, you can fill in the current sticky notes that you see here. And if you're not sure how to get the more sticky notes, you can just click this sticky note section, and you can put in another sticky note depending on what color you prefer. So choose a sticky note and put in your dream. Okay, so for example, okay, let me show you that I'll put here, what is my dream? I want to change, or I want to build a company like Google. Okay, so then you just put it there. You can even put your name if you want, but if you don't want to put your name, you can go ahead and just leave it anonymous. But yeah.
So sorry to interrupt. Perhaps it'll be great if you share the Miro app screen so the students, like those who are.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh, you
no, I
right
still can't see it. Yeah, it'll be on the slide.
Oh, so sorry. I think I need to stop sharing and then reshare. Sorry. Sorry. I think. Sorry. Technical difficulty. Okay. Can you see it now?
All right. I'm just dragging it to. All right. Yep. We can see it.
Okay, so you can see, as you for those that are participating, you can see yourself with your name there. So go ahead and take 10 minutes. So now it's 4:36, so we'll come back at 4:46. Take your time, and what you can do is actually put in pictures. If let's say you want there's a picture of you at Google, you can put it in. You can to be able to import pictures, you basically put this arrow down and then look at this upload button here. So for example, if we want to upload a picture, you can take a picture from wherever your device is, and then you can put in any picture you want. So for example, let's say I put this picture in. All right. Okay, sorry, so for example, that's a picture, right? So, but you can drag it. So you can drag it to the side, and you can make so basically each of you can take this block, each there's a square block, and say, okay, that's your board. But you basically right now, I want you to put in your dreams. If you have any issue putting in your dreams, let me know in the chat, and I'll see what I can do to help you basically get the ideas. But I just want you to just click on any sticky note. So double click it and just type. So you say, this is my dream. So what is your dream? So basically just click on anyone. If you don't like the colors here, you can go to go up to this arrow and then get more sticky notes. Like you can just drag the sticky note. So let's say this green sticky note. So you can just put it there and say, that's my sticky note. And you say, I want to be the next Bill Gates, for example. Okay. So I don't see any of you putting in any of your dream. If you have any difficulty, let me know. So basically, double click on the sticky note, and okay. So I see. I want to meet Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, that's great. So any dream, doesn't matter what your dream is, because basically this is a dream wall. So it can be any dream. It can be maybe you want to earn $1 million by 2030, or anything, whatever dream you want. Okay, so there's one that wants to say, I want to be a clinical psychologist. And then I think Zulfarazina says, I want to be a game designer and create open world games. Okay, so go ahead. I want to own 10 cars. Wow, then you need a really big garage, or just own a car dealership. Okay, so go ahead and put as many dreams. And as I said, you can, even if you don't like those sticky colors, you can choose any sticky color on the left side. So you can scroll up and down, and you can add on the more sticky notes. All right. Okay, so this is a dream wall, so you can put in anything you want, any dream. So basically, we want to know what you dream of, because basically a lot of people don't know what they want. Even like sometimes, even at 30 years old, 40 years old, you may want to reevaluate what you want to do, because if you've been in a career for a certain amount of time, you want to actually look at how can I upskill myself, what kind of career, or maybe you're ready to be a CEO, or are you ready to be a designer. So basically that's basically what we want to know, what your so that will actually look at what kind of career that is going to be good for you. So I'm gonna pull in another picture so you know what how to do that. So you can just put in another picture. And so basically what I want you to do is also, like, if you want 10 cars, right? Someone put in, I want to travel and I want to own 10 cars. So what you can do is you can pull your sticky note, for example, right here, and then you can put some pictures. What kind of cars do you want? Or what kind of, basically, what kind of Mercedes Benz do you want? And then if you say, I want a lot of money, you can put a picture of like how much money do you want? And like, I want a house. So you can put a picture of your dream house. So you can pull your picture and you can put it anywhere around the dream wall. Okay. So I want to be able to see some pictures if you want. So that kind of gives you a clearer idea about your dreams. This is what you call vision boarding. We want you to be able to see your dream very clearly so that you can make a decision of what kind of career and what kind of programs do you go into to study at the university of your choice. Okay, so there's one that says, I want to go back to London. So again, put some picture about London. Which part of London do you like? Put it in. If you don't know how to pull in a picture, all you have to do is, you see these arrows, there's a down arrow, and there's a upload button here on the left side that you can upload pictures. Okay, so you go down until you see this upload button, and you can basically get a picture from your device or upload via URL, save file, or web clipper. So put in some pictures to make your dream more tangible. Oh, okay, look at that. Those are the 5 dogs that you want. Oh, that's so cute. That's so adorable. Okay, so put it near your 5. I want 5 dogs. So basically, you want to know exactly what kind of dog you want. And then let's say you want to travel. But where? Where do you want to travel to? Of course, now you can't really travel, but then, basically, you can put maybe the city that you want to travel to. Okay, so we have London here now. So I want you to make this a start of your vision board, and you can put in as many pictures to make it more vivid. They say, there's a saying that says, thoughts are things. So the more that you can visualize it, it's the more that it's going to be a reality, because you basically remind your brain that you want it, and how much you want it is going to determine how long you're going to get that dream. So if you really want it, you know what it is. You know exactly where you want to go, how you're going to get there, and you will find a way to get there. So that's what this exercise, which is vision boarding, will help you get there. All right. So I have a question from Sarah Tan. She asked whether I can share my own career journey and whether I've always known what I want to be. I can tell you the truth. I mean, I do this vision boarding exercise every beginning or end of the year before I start the beginning of the year. So, and I look at it every 6 months to see if I need to change my vision board. So, for example, my dream is to create a legacy for my 3 children. So, and I have pictures in my vision board that allows me to go towards that dream. And that has opened up a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise if I wasn't very clear with my dreams and knowing where to go. So this exercise, which is called vision boarding, helps you make your dreams into reality. And UNIMY right now is having the Follow Your Dream campaign. And we have some activities that you can join from now till September, which will allow you to find out what your dream is. Because sometimes you don't know what your dream is. So we'll take you through some activities to make you know what you want. What do you want in 5 years? What do you want in 10 years? What do you want in 30 years? So that's still part of your dream. Of course, now after SPM, just look at what you want in 3 years. Which kind of programs do you feel like you think is suitable for you? So put in as many pictures, put in as many dreams that you want. And because this is a shared board, you can always go back to this board and make changes or add on more dreams. Okay, so this dream wall is going to be up till till September, and you can have access to it. So you can come back and put more dreams in, or you can come back and put more pictures in. So that will give you a motivation to see whether is that still the dream you want. Okay. So there's one of you that has put, I want to have financial freedom. So then how do you get financial freedom? Usually with financial freedom, you need a stable job. So what kind of job will that be to give you that financial freedom? Is it going to be a 9-to-5 job? Or is it going to be a freelance job? Or are you going to be doing 2 jobs at one time? So again, be very specific in your dream, because the more specific it is, the more it is going to be very exact to what you really want. Okay, so I see a picture of Shah Rukh Khan right there, which is so cool. So I guess you guys are having fun. So I mean, take your time, okay? So while you guys are still doing that, I will show you a video about how you can also do vision boarding on a different scale, where you can actually prepare it at home, which is more using photos that you compile. You can also use a PowerPoint, but basically for now, use this board to just give you an idea what you want. So let me just see if I can read any more of the dreams that are there. I want 5 dogs. I want to be next Bill Gates. I want a lot of money. I want an S-Class Mercedes Benz. I want a house. I want to meet Shah Rukh Khan. I want to write a book and have it published. So yeah, what is the name of your book that you want to write? So maybe you can design a book cover and put it here. I want to travel. I want to go back to London. So again, have fun with your vision board because it can be anything. So while you guys do this, I'm going to unshare my screen and I'm going to go into a vision boarding session. So hold on, let me just unshare this, and then you guys can still be on that board. I'm not asking you to leave that board. Go ahead. I'm just going to pull another basically another presentation so that you can see how other people are doing their boards. Okay, so go ahead and still stay there. I will just share my screen. Okay, I'm going to share my screen to show you another vision boarding so you know what it is. Okay, so I hope you guys can see this. So, I mean, stay in the mirror board, but basically this is an example of a vision board that one of my other students had.
All right, I think it seems there seems to be an unstable internet connection happening here, but no worries. I think Nisha will be back very, very soon. All right, okay, no worries. While she comes back, let's just go on a quick break, just a quick one, until Misha can solve this technical issue. All right.
Sorry. Can you see me now? Sorry, my battery died. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen again. Sorry about the technical issue. Okay, so this is an example of someone else's vision board. Can you see that up on your screen? So basically, this is some of them say, they want that kind of pet, they want that kind of house, they want that kind of car, and then they would put some keywords that is their priorities. Like here, they put good vibes only, family. They want to do journalism, and then they have like a quote that they want to live by, which is like believe in your inner Beyonce. And then here they want to travel to Mauritius. So you can do this vision board anywhere. You can do it in Canva, you can do it in PowerPoint. So again, for now, you can put it into the Miro board, but you can actually have this up. So have it up in your room, have it up in your mobile phone. So it keeps you reminded about your vision board. This is where you're heading to. This is why you do what you do every day, is to reach your dreams. Okay, so this is what I say in terms of dreams. You can have multiple dreams. You can have some quotes to live by. You can have some keywords that will drive you towards your dreams. So think about that. Think about what it is you really want, because this is the opportune time for you to see what's the best dream for you to fulfill. All right, and it has to be your dream, not your parents' dream, not your friend's dream. It's you. It's your dream. You control your life. Okay. So I'm gonna just I don't know if we have time to play this, but I'll see. So this is basically, do we have time? Do we still have time? Can I play a video?
Yes, you just let me play a video.
Yeah, hold on. I think I have to reshare it because, hold on. I have to share with the audio. So I have time, or so while I play the video, you guys can still drop any questions that you have for me that I can answer for this session. So we're gonna wrap up right after this vision boarding. So just gonna take a few minutes to play this video.
What's going on, you guys? What's up? What it do? Welcome back for another video. Crazy. Everyone sets like super crazy goals. Be sure to do so because this is actually a continuation of that video. So in that last video, I told you guys that I made a vision board for myself for 2018. And this is something I've been doing for probably like 4 to 5 years. I personally think this is so beneficial and it is such a great resource for you. It's an awesome visual representation that you can look at every single day to stay motivated and stay pumped up about your goals. And then that will in turn push you to take the necessary steps of action every single day towards actually achieving those goals. So I did make myself a board for 2018. I wanted to share with you guys what I put on my board and why, kind of what priorities, like kind of how I prioritize each goal. I think there's definitely a specific like plan on how, like where you should put the words on your board, what colors you should do. I did mine very specifically and I put each piece in a certain place with an intention. And I think that's very important. So I wanted to share with you guys how I organized mine, kind of what the like science and mindset was behind it. So you guys can create one at home for yourself. If you guys do create one, be sure to tag me on social media. I would love to come check it out on Instagram or Twitter, just to check out what your goals are and help keep you accountable. And I'd love to follow you and comment and know that my video was a resource for you. Is so freaking cool. So yeah, if you're not already, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I have tons of new success and girl boss type of videos coming out in the new year that I've been working on and I'm super excited to share with you guys. Also give this video a thumbs up and let's just go ahead and get into how I created my vision board. All right, so before we get started, we're just going to go over what supplies you guys need. I just chose to use this 2-pack of styrofoam whiteboards. I also got the other one from my mom. You can use any plastic or a board from the dollar store, a cardboard, whatever you have at home will work just fine. I wanted mine to be pretty big, so I picked those up. I also decided to use glue and scissors. I bought tape just in case, but the photos stuck down better when I personally used glue. And then I also got this marble adhesive paper here. It's just basically like sticky paper. I'll link it down below if you guys want to purchase some for yourself. I think it turned out awesome. And you can also use this as like a backdrop, or like you can stick it onto the wall if you have like a beauty room or an office. It looks really cool. You can use this like peel and stick paper for multiple things. And I know a lot of you have asked where I got it. So I'll have that listed down below for you guys. It's very affordable. So what I'm doing before we actually glue the pictures on is I wanted to make a really nice marble background. So I'm just basically mapping out how much I need and then I trimmed it. And you basically just want to pull the paper from behind very, very slowly and kind of smooth everything out as you go so there's no bumps. Again, you can totally leave your board white in the back. You don't have to even do a background. I just thought this would look really cute. I also decided to add on a little bit of this silver glittery tape just to make my board like super extra because I thought it'd be really cute, but you don't have to do that. I just wanted to customize mine and I found this sticky tape at Lowe's. It was like $2. So once you have everything set up, we're going to head online. If you have magazines where you want to cut out pictures, that's fine, but I didn't have any. So I went online and what I'm doing is searching for exact pictures of things that I'm going to accomplish in 2018. This right here is a home that I want to buy. So I actually took a screenshot of it and I put it on my desktop and we're going to print out that picture later. Then I went ahead over to Pinterest and I typed in girl boss and entrepreneur and success because one of my main goals is to really expand my business this year. So I'm pulling up a bunch of quotes right here that just resonate really well with me and that I feel go along with my business. So I'm just basically screenshotting a bunch of stuff, and then we're going to print these out and we're going to put them on our board. So it's very, very important that you guys print out pictures of the exact things that you want. Like, be extremely specific. That house that I printed out, that was actually a model home that I went and toured actually about a month ago. And that's the exact complex and the exact cabinet colors and floor colors. It's literally the exact home that I want. So the more specific you are, the easier it is for the universe or God or whatever higher power you believe in to bring you your exact goal. So if you want a new car, you want to search for the exact car that you want, the exact color, the exact tire color, the rims, the windows, the seats. You want to be as specific as possible. If you want to make $1 million this year, print out an exact picture that says, that has $1 million on it, or say, I will make $1 million this year, or my business will expand to be $1 million empire. So right here, I was just screenshotting tons of stuff about being a young entrepreneur and being a girl boss, because one of my main goals this year is definitely to expand my business and launch my Boss Babe Academy. I also printed out a picture of the exact Mercedes SUV that I truly believe that I will attain. So I printed that out. I chose to print out all my pictures in color just because I think it's more visually pleasing, and I love having a board with like pink and yellow and colors that just make me happy. You want to just print out stuff that when you look at the board every single day, it makes you happy and it makes you motivated and driven to actually achieve those goals. So again, if you have magazines, feel free to cut stuff out that way. I just chose to do it online. I was just printing stuff out right here out of my color printer. This is actually the exact Mercedes SUV that I want to attain. So I printed out a bunch of pictures. Then I just kind of laid everything out on the floor. Since I had a lot of white excess on the paper, we're just going to be cutting everything to fit. And then we're going to go ahead and design how I want to put it on my board. So I printed out a picture there of a Tony Robbins seminar. That's something I've been wanting to attend for a really long time. It's called Date with Destiny. If you guys don't know, Tony Robbins is the absolute best motivational speaker and guru and business coach. He is incredible. He's one of my main inspirations. So I wanted to have him on there. What I'm cutting right here is that exact model home that I went and toured that I truly believe I will attain. My lease is actually going to be up in about 5 months, and I do not want to have to renew it. My goal is to have enough money saved to go ahead and purchase that home all by myself. So I printed out multiple pictures of the living room and of like the main entrance walkway. So when I look at this vision board every single day, I know what I'm working hard for. And like by you just continually looking at these images, it plants that image in your mind, and it just by you seeing these images reoccurring every single day, it just keeps me so much more motivated to actually attain my goals. I also have a picture of my son in the middle, as you guys can see. I truly believe that whatever is your top priority, you need to have in the middle of your board. I want to make sure that nothing ever comes above Christian, that my relationship with him just gets so much more strengthened in 2018, and I keep being a mom and being his best friend as my number one priority. Even though I'm so excited about like business stuff and things I'm working on, I never want to forget that Christian has to come first and that he's my best friend. So I put him right there in the middle. I recommend whatever's the most important thing in your life, put that right in the middle so you can remember what you're working hard for, and like why I'm working hard and expanding my business and saving money is also I can provide for Christian. So I always want to make sure that he's in the middle. What I did there is basically just laid out where I wanted each picture to go, and then I centered everything around it. So I put Christian in the middle and then just kind of centered all the other things around him, basically. So I really like how it turned out. This was kind of my final product here. I added a few more things on after the video, but this was the gist of it. And these are just my major big goals that I truly believe I'm going to accomplish in 2018. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed that. Please go ahead and tag me in your own vision board pictures on social media. I would love to come over to your page and see how creative you got, and kind of how everyone arranges their stuff differently really intrigues me. So I would love to see your creation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it.
Okay, so that's basically it for the vision boarding exercise. So I think I hope you guys had fun. I'm just gonna go back to the wall just to see whether the mirror wall just for a minute so that you guys can take a selfie with your own wall. So hold on, let me just share that wall before I'm sorry, I'm like going over 2 minutes already.
No worries, Miss.
So let's go to the wall, the dream wall. Wow, look at that. Can you see the wall?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we have like the C-Class, Mercedes-Benz, the 5 dogs, money. Well, look at that money, the cars. And you have like an apartment here in London. So I mean, you guys are really did a good job. So basically, I mean, you guys don't have to exit this mirror board or dream. You know, my dream wall. This is gonna be up for the next 3 months. So go ahead and make it your own. This is your dream board. Or as I said from the video before this, you can create your own um, vision board that you can put up somewhere where you would see it every day, either your bedroom wall, toilet wall, anywhere that you'll see first thing in the morning. So thank you so much for joining this session. Thank you so much to EduAdvisor for letting me come in for this session and for sharing them about jobs in IR 4.0. So those of you who are interested to find out more about UNIMY, please go to our website, www.unimy.edu.my. And also, if you want to join our Follow Your Dreams Challenge, where you get to win all kinds of crazy prizes and vouchers, grab vouchers, you can go into our unimy.edu.my/follow your dreams, and we have many activities for the next 3 months which you can participate in. And don't forget to selfie yourself with your SPM results. And we will send you a 10 ringgit grab voucher immediately after we get your SPM selfie. So what we want to do is, rejoice in your, I guess, I don't know, I guess for me, SPM results was the epitome. And when I got, after Form 5, and it's like such a relief that I got the results. I'm pretty sure I know what you guys are feeling now that you got your results, and now it's just about making a decision for what career you want to choose. So I hope you've enjoyed my session. Anything, you can always follow us on Instagram at UNIMY Official. So we have Instagram, Facebook, and also LinkedIn and YouTube. So don't forget to check that out. So thank you so much, Nina. Thank you so much. I hope they enjoyed it. If there's any extra questions, you can always email me.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Shazmi. Just a quick one before you leave, just to wrap things up. I know that you've said a few messages. Just students who are excited, post SPM leavers who are excited to continue their peer-to-peer education. Just any words of advice to those who are interested in pursuing courses that's related to the IR 4.0. Just any words of advice. They might be nervous about what's ahead, but just any advice, Ms. Shazmi.
I think there's 3 things that they need to look at. One is when they come out of university, they need to decide, do they want to be the CEO? Do they want to be a developer? Or do they want to be a designer?
Right.
And then, of course, the other administrative stuff. But basically in UNIMY, if you want to be a CEO, we would recommend that you would do our business technology degree. And then if you want to be a developer, you can either do our computer science or computer engineering degree or diploma, or you can even do our cybersecurity, or game development. And then for the designers, we have the interactive media, creative multimedia course that you can decide to choose. So basically, decide, do you want to be a CEO, developer, or designer? And we have our courses that will fit to that career pathway. But I guess sometimes you just don't know what you want, and you can always come by our campus after the FMCO is lifted. We also have a virtual open day in our website. It is unimy.edu.my/virtual open day, and you can talk to our counselors directly. Ask them any question, like maybe you want to know how affordable our degrees are, or diplomas, how do you get financing? You can take out from PTP, PTN, KWSP, or even get Zakat. So, you don't have to worry about how you're going to get funding, because there's so many options for you to fund your degree or diploma. And then secondly is if you just want to check out our brochures. So in this website, you can check out our brochures, workshops. There's a lot of resources there. So go and check it out.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Shazmi, for your insights and perspective and this very interactive mood board, and I feel like a lot of students have probably learned that mood boards are a great way for them to chase their dreams without having to store everything in their brain. I feel like I've learned a lot. That I might develop my own mood board with this
Yeah, yeah. I mean, as I said, your dream can be anything.
Yes,
You know,
yes, yes.
so you can do, and that kind of gives you at least a picture. And once you have that picture, it's more tangible, and you can make it a reality. So
Right.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shazni, and have a great week. All right. Thank
You
you so
too.
much.
Have a good weekend. Take care, everybody. Good
Bye.
job, anyways, for
Yes.
for joining the activity. And we were not gonna let you. You can actually continue doing your dream wall, and come by and join us at UNIMY. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. All right, there we have it from Ms. Shazni of UNIMY. Thank you to our audience for tuning in. Now, if you're at the fair, do visit UNIMY's virtual booth and check out all the offering programs, scholarships, financial aid, the things that Ms. Shazni has mentioned that's available. All you have to just click on the booth itself, check on all the features. You can even talk to their representative that's online from 10 to 5 p.m. Now, that's all we have for today. It's been a pleasure. And thank you to our audience for tuning in to EduAdvisor's webinar series. We hope that you've gained some insightful and inspiring information to pursue your dream courses. Don't forget to check out EduAdvisor Virtual Education Fair. Get all the information you need. Just click chat at the respective universities or go on to Info Desk and speak to our counselors personally. Hope to see you again. Thank you for watching and goodbye.